อยู่กับตลาดปัญญานะคะซึ่งตอนนี้ค่ะก็มีอีกหนึ่งธุรกิจสตาร์ทอัพนะคะที่น่าสนใจมากๆเพราะเขาบอกว่าเขาเลือกที่จะใช้ประเทศไทยเป็นเฮดควอเตอร์ในการทำธุรกิจของเขาค่ะจากการที่เริ่มนะคะคิดค้นทำธุรกิจมาจากต่างประเทศที่ออสเตรเลียต้องมาดูกันค่ะว่าธุรกิจนี้น่าสนใจอย่างไรบ้างนะคะ Hello everyone, now I feel very appreciate that I have a chance to introduce all of you to the ones of the owner of interesting startup business that use Thailand to be the headquarter for your business. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dana, Chief Data Scientist. Hello.
สวัสดีครับขอบคุณมากครับ
Oh, you can speak Thai, then I can switch to Thai language now, right?
ไม่ใช่นึกช่วยนะครับ
Okay, at first I just want to ask you, can you explain to me and our fan what kinds of your business?
Sure. Driver is a fleet analytics platform. What we do is connect your vehicles to our cloud-based platform and collect data about not just the vehicle health, but also driver behavior. And we allow businesses to gain a deeper insight into the way that their fleet operates and give them a larger visibility. Essentially, what we're doing is helping them reduce the cost of operation, stopping fuel theft, lowering the cost of fuel through eliminating idling, hard accelerating, hard braking, and do more things efficiently so they can do more in a day for less money, ultimately using the driver platform.
So your business is B2B business, right?
That's correct.
So what kinds of industry, which industry that is your customer?
So any industry that has a fleet can be our customer. We're not industry specific, we're fleet specific. So if you have a vehicle, whether it's tractors, if you're a bunch of farmers and you have a load of tractors or you have trucks, pickup trucks, or even livery cars, we can connect those vehicles so that you can improve the performance, monitor the way your drivers are handling the vehicle, and improve your overall efficiency while reducing costs. And really, one of the things we found when we came to Southeast Asia was that fuel theft was almost 30% of the operation cost for a fleet. And with our customers in Myanmar, we've been able to prove that we can mitigate those theft costs and help reduce that so that there's less employee theft of fuel and it saves the company quite a bit of money.
So every business, they will have inspirations before they start a business, right? So how's about yours?
So actually our founders, David, Damien, and Eugene from Australia, they saw the opportunity to leverage, part of the telematics industry, kind of the older form of what fleet analytics is. The three of them saw an opportunity to leverage that model, but in Southeast Asia where fleets were really underserved. And there was no sophisticated next generation fleet analytics platform here. They saw the opportunity to come to Asia and be that trendsetter, be that company that was ahead of the curve.
So you say just now that you can help us to improve how we control our vehicle, right?
Yes.
In Thailand, we have a lot of vehicle. Can you?
A few.
Can you help us to solve the problem that we have now that is traffic problem? Can we cannot?
Yes, sort of. So let me address that because this is a big issue. And we think about the smart city and vehicles are a big part of that. I say this all the time. The way we use vehicles and the way that we approach human transportation has to change for cities to become more efficient and better places to live. And companies that have fleets have this kind of responsibility as corporate stewards and corporate citizens to kind of be the forefront of that and be the leaders. And putting your fleet into an analytics platform, into a fleet management platform, allows you to kind of be that leader in your industry. You're not only saving money, you're helping the environment, and through driver behavior, you're also able to manage the way that your brand is represented to your fellow citizens of whatever area you serve, because you can help educate your drivers on how to drive properly and represent your company, which is plastered probably on the side of the vehicle, in a better way. And we want to reduce traffic. Having data from vehicles is a key thing for that. And having data that municipalities and cities can look at to look at road quality, congestion, high usage areas is very important. And a platform like Driver makes that type of data possible, because we're the ones actually collecting it and analyzing it. And just having the data is not enough. And we want to improve traffic, and I think everyone loves to live in cities. I'm an urbanite. I assume you live here in Bangkok. I'd much rather live in the city than I would in a rural area. And the reason cities are so dense is because this is the nexus of opportunity in most countries, is their major metropolises. And being able to get all that data connected is the first step in improving the way that we live in a city. And transportation plays probably the biggest role in smart cities going forward and reducing that traffic amount.
Okay, so for to do the analyzing, right? How can you track or vehicle that you have on your hand?
Sure. So we have some devices. Actually, I forgot to bring them over with me. I apologize. But we have some devices that we connect to the vehicles. And they're standard industry devices. They collect
like
the
a
data.
small box, right?
It's a small little box. We call it an OBD2 or a black box. And that collects the data and sends it back to our platform. But the key isn't just the data. The data is the commodity. Being able to take that data, process it to information, and then take that information and turn it into knowledge. And once it becomes knowledge, we've created real value for the company, for the user, for the city, whoever the beneficiary is of that data. Once it's turned into knowledge, it's something that they can act on. And being able to act on that knowledge is important, because acting on that knowledge allows them to make change. And if you're not making change, you're not making improvement.
Yeah. So, okay, if in the past business, right? If my company use your solutions,
Yes.
my manager, he want to know about all truck or vehicle that we have. So you will present on dashboard, right?
Correct. We have a very gamified dashboard. One of the things that I believe kept telematics and fleet analytics from really impacting Southeast Asia, and this is something that our CEO and founder David really saw early on, was that traditional BI tools were not necessarily usable in this market, because they were made for a Western market where whatever is in the current view. So if you have 50 vehicles in your fleet and you want to look at all vehicles in real time and see where they are, you pull up map view and you can see all 50 vehicles. If you just want to zero in on one vehicle, you can highlight it and look at the breakdown of information.
So that means maximum is 50?
No maximum. So
No maximum.
you can look at all the vehicles in your fleet.
Wow, that's great. Another thing that I want to know, because if I am the manager, I don't want to know just the directions that they drive, right? I want to know about the driver profile.
Yes.
Can I get it?
Yeah, so you can look at our platform at individual drivers. Each driver has their own profile, and it gives you their driving score, how well they're doing with acceleration,
Drives
braking,
too
turning,
fast?
making sharp turns. Did they hit all of their locations every day? Did they make it to all their deliveries? Have they gone outside a specified zone? Those are all things we can show the fleet manager. The other thing that separates driver apart from other services in this space, and I can't stress this enough, is that with the driver platform, the customer owns the data. Your data does not belong to the driver platform. If you leave driver for whatever reason, your data can go with you. We give that to you. And we have a historic profile of your data. And I think that's important, that customers own their data. And I think driver has set the standard in Southeast Asia by taking a very, very progressive approach to data ownership and data privacy.
Okay, I like that you say that standard for our country. I think is very important now. And another thing is that I want to know if the driver drive out the directions way that I allow them to do, or do something over that I allow them to do. How can I know?
You'll know because we can send you notifications through your preferred method. We have email notifications, Line, WhatsApp, Fiverr. We can integrate with all of those and notify the fleet manager immediately. If vehicle 2 has gone outside its designated area and it's moving northwest, and that's a notification you can get.
Okay. So how many vehicles that on your operation now?
So right now, in less than 12 months since going live, we have just under 1,000 vehicles, and we have projections for double that in the next 12 months. And that's just in Myanmar.
And another question that I want to know is very much that is, why you choose Thailand to be the headquarters for your business?
Well, I think that's really an easy question to answer. When you look at Southeast Asia as a market, as a whole, and all of the countries in Southeast Asia, you want to be able to attract the most talented individuals, and you want access to the best pool of employees possible. And you want to have some place that you can provide them a very good level of living, right? Like a good experience for life, quality of life, and you want to have the ability to lower your operational costs. Thailand strikes that perfect balance. Obviously, Thailand is known around the world as a vacation destination, but it's also somewhere where there's a rich talent pool of young Thai developers that we can hire from. And if we want to hire foreign developers, it's very easy to attract them to Thailand because they can live a high quality of life for a very medium amount of money, and that's important.
Wow. So now, if I want to use your solution, what should I do?
Visit us at drvr.co, and you'll see a young lady on our website named Margot, and you can contact her. She's in charge of business operations for all of Thailand. She's incredibly knowledgeable in the tech space, and she's just great to work with. She will help you get set up and started with Driver.
Okay, for the last question that is, if someone who is our fan looking at our talking now and they want to be your partner, is this possible?
Absolutely. We're definitely open to strategic partnerships and working with especially Thai companies and local companies to find a way that we can find synergies, work together, and make a difference.
Okay, thank you for your time that you are talking with us now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. ขอบคุณมากครับ
ค่ะท่านผู้ชมคะต้องบอกว่านี่เป็นโอกาสที่ดีนะคะที่เราจะมีโอกาสได้เรียนรู้เพิ่มเติมสำหรับธุรกิจที่มาจากต่างประเทศแล้วก็เลือกที่จะใช้ประเทศไทยค่ะเป็นเฮดควอเตอร์ในการทำธุรกิจด้วยเหตุผลในหลาย ๆ อย่างที่เขาได้บอกมาว่าเราเองเป็นหนึ่งในศูนย์กลางที่สามารถที่จะตอบโจทย์ทางธุรกิจของเขาได้นอกเหนือไปจากนั้นค่ะนั่นก็คือแนวความคิดที่เลือกใช้เพนพอยท์ที่เกิดขึ้นในชีวิตจริงนะคะให้มาเกิดแนวทางในการทำสตาร์ทอัพของเขาค่ะเอาละค่ะตอนนี้ถ้าเกิดว่าท่านผู้ชมมีไอเดียหรือว่าอยากที่จะร่วมทำธุรกิจกับทางบิสเนสของเขานะคะ DRVR หรือว่าที่เขาเรียกว่า DRVR that you call driver นะคะ สามารถที่จะติดต่อไปทางเขาก็ได้เช่นเดียวกันค่ะติดตามกันต่อได้เลยนะคะเรายังมีอีกหลายสตาร์ทอัพที่จะมาแนะนำให้กับทุกท่าน Stay tuned อยู่ตรงนี้รับประกันว่ามีสิ่งดีๆรอท่านอยู่ขอบคุณค่ะ